Alright, and the Blue Magician is back with more magic for you guys today to bring you guys a mind-blowing day today. And today I want to talk about some important principles of yoga, because many folks don't really understand what it means to be a being. Like, we really compartmentalize spirit energy, right? Like, we take this human experience and we compartmentalize it, and we want to put it in a category of being physical and being or just being spiritual beings. Like, you can't have one without the other, right? You can't be completely 3D and physical and nature based without having something more magical to you, and you can't be all magical without having something that's tangible to it. You understand? So there's basically so many different aspects of our being. We are multi-dimensional, and that's something that when I learned, I quickly understood. You know, like, the meaning of yoga means to unite, right? It means to unite with self, particularly, right? Now, when it comes to uniting with ourselves, it's not something that you have to really try to do, but again, you want to really break down the kind of being that we are, the caliber, our capacity. Again, we are multidimensional. So if you want to go about this 3D reality just prioritizing your physical being, but stressing mentally and emotionally and energetically being at an all-time low because of your environment and because of what you choose to prioritize, then that will show. You can try to prioritize your physical body, but guess what? It may fail you, because mentally and energetically you're vibrating. You're creating a environment for your physical vessel not to thrive the best, you know, because where the mind goes, energy follows, right? So I will try to break down this video for you guys in a way where it can be digestible, and I'm not throwing at you all of my years and months of worth of knowledge, you know. So let's just talk about some of the basic bodies that we have, because I'm not going to tell you we only have 6 bodies or we have 7 energetical. I don't really know how much bodies we have, but I can categorize it in a way where it can make this video productive and constructive for you to be able to start taking your existence into your own hands, how you feel called, you know. So I'm going to be using the Vedic system of their different energetical bodies, because it resonates with me the most. So let us start with the self body, right? We're going to go from the finest point. The reason why I'm going high, because it's like we're going high and we're going low, but really it's like the most finest form of our being to the more physical, tangible, right? So again, we're starting with the self body. That would be our energetical potential. That would be like, if you could imagine energy, like boundless energy in a void, right? Like, imagine a dark void, and that whole void, like from as far as you can see, is all energy. That is self. That is again, us in our raw, unmanifested state. That is potential. I like to call it potential, because that's what spirit is. That's why everything is infinite, because it's all just potential, right? Potential can be taken in any direction, and that is our finest form, right? The self body, everything, all of manifestation back to its finest point is potential. It's just energy, right? Now, then we have the bliss body, right? Many folks find it hard to understand the bliss body, but it is just as said. Like, say for example, right? You have fire. Take fire for example, right? You can feel the heat from the fire. Fire burns things, right? That would be the self. That would be our energy. And then the light that radiates off the fire would be the bliss, right? It would be, it would pretty much be like the manifestation of the self. Like, you have raw potential, and you I'm not even gonna try to overcomplicate it. Again, it would just be like the manifestation of that thing. You have you have potential, right? You have self, and then you have the vibration of that thing. I would say, like, let's just say vibration, right? Let's try to separate it, even though it's really hard. As you go down in the layers, it becomes more easy to explain. But higher in layers, it's like there's no words to explain it. But bliss is exactly as it sounds, right? Sitting here, being here, listening to me, going about your day, even no matter where your mind gets taken, or no matter what your consciousness experience, there is a part of you within your heart, within your being, that's experiencing eternal bliss, right? Eternal bliss, which is just existence, right? It's really no different from self, but it's important to break it down to show, like, it's important to show the different aspects of the finest form, right? So that way we can understand the importance of this video. But from the bliss body, it would go to the conscious body. Now, the conscious body is always present. It never leaves from being aware, right? It's solid like a rock. So again, your mental mind can be going everywhere, but the conscious body is observing everything, even what's behind you. It can sense what's behind you. Of course, you can't see it, right? You can't maybe physically describe it. Some people have those gifts, but it's aware of everything. The noise, the birds, even the viewers that are watching this. Because consciousness is, again, to me, universal intelligence. The universal intelligence that is aware of everything that it's creating. It's the awareness of self, of the infinite potential. It's energy being aware of itself. That's consciousness to me. Consciousness would be like the clear sky, and the mental mind would be like clouds passing through. Now, when the clouds disperse, the consciousness is still there, and even as the clouds there, the clear sky is still ever so present. That's consciousness, right? That's our conscious body. And then going down a level, you have the mental body. Now, the mental body is like the solar plexus chakra, right? It likes to travel. That is why the mind is ruled by Mercury, right? Mercury rules the third house, which is all to do with like Gemini energy. It's so funny because Mercury is dubbed after a Roman god, right? And this Roman god, they call this god the messenger of all of the other gods, right? It likes to travel. Mercury is known for, again, when you ask people about Mercury, they'll tell you it's about traveling and things like that. That's why when people say it's a Mercury retrograde, it's not a good time to travel, take planes. Devices and things, they mess up because the energy is moving so fast. It's unpredictable. It's sporadic, you know. And that is the mental energy. The mental energy, it likes to play with consciousness. It likes to take a form and then collapse out of that form and then take another form, and then like it likes to do all of that. That is the mental body. Right? That's why we can believe things in our minds that's not true, and it will be so true to our reality, because the mental body, it plays around like that. Like, it likes to take things and make them solid, and then again, like Mercury, like that. I don't know if you guys ever seen Quicksilver move, but imagine, like, again, if you could see Quicksilver moving. Maybe you could search it up after this video. Watch Quicksilver take a form and then collapse out of a form, almost like you could make water take any form, for real. But I don't think the mind and water is the best example, but it is a good example, you know. So that is the mental body. The mental body, it is sporadic. You know, it likes to take action, and it plays with the concept of time, right? Because that's all our perception. It's all a mental concept, an idea. And it plays with the idea of life and death, right? You think that you are alive and you're dead, but again, spirit is undying because it was never born in the first place. Spirit was always has been, right? So that's just give you a good idea of the mental mind, right? Now you have our energetical body, which is the conduit of our mental mind, right? Coming into form and experiencing this 3D experience, and it's how we transfer and communicate energy. Our energetical body, it's a conduit for the physical body, right? That's how all of our atoms and things, they come into being, they come into form, they know what to do, and it's very important. Again, without the energetical body, right, on the in the energetical realm, or the astral realm, etheric realm, whatever you want to call it, without that, the physical body couldn't come into existence, because before something takes manifestation into this world, there needs to be some kind of substance that is creating its particles and its atoms, and that's the energy. That's our energetical body, right? And then, of course, you know, lastly, we have our physical body, which is the 3D manifestation that we're experiencing now, right? But as I said in the beginning earlier, how it's hard to break them away from each other because they all go in and out of each other, right? So without the energetical body, the physical body couldn't thrive. Without the mental body, the energetical body couldn't thrive as well. You know, because again, you could play around with your mind and your thoughts and stuff, and fall into a depression and really believe things that aren't true, and your reality will reflect that. Your health will reflect that. And where the mind focuses, your energy is going to go there, and your physical body will inevitably be affected by that, and so on and so on and so on. That is why I am making this video. Because it came across to me, I asked myself, I'm like, why on a physical level I don't get sick like that? Like, it's hard for me to catch a cold, it's hard for me to catch strep throat, it's hard for me to catch any disease or sickness, because energetically I keep myself protected and well. Every morning I meditate. I'm always keeping my mind focused on positive things, repeating to myself affirmations, and it's always been instilled in my heart that spirit got me, and spirit's always protecting me. I always feel protected and loved by my guides and by spirit, and physically this keeps me strong. These beliefs alone, they keep me strong, right? So that made me understand, and I remember like getting out of meditation and feeling so rejuvenated. My physical body could feel it, but I'm sensitive, so I could feel the energy radiating off of me, and that's because I feel good, right? So my energetical body is bringing that back to my physical body, and that is what keeps my physical body so strong. Plus, on top of the fact that I already take care of my physical body, right? I have a garden. Me and my partner is working on a garden, and we're trying to keep it all organic, and we eat organic foods, and try to eat what will be best for our body. Put what in our body that'll take care of us, right? So that keeps my physical body as well. I try to stay hydrated with water. You know, all these kinds of things to keep my physical body taken care of. Exercise, I go for bike rides. I try to go for bike rides often, right? And I try to take walks often when I can, and do yoga and do these kinds of things, because it keeps my physical body well. And then that will reflect to my energetical body, my mental body, keep me balanced, keep me, you know, centered. So for those of you like who's in either or of the realms, it would be good to again prioritize all of your bodies, right? So before you go to bed, it's a good idea to eat at a good time, right? Far before bed, maybe like a few hours before bed. At least give yourself 4 hours or 6 hours to for your body to digest the food, because you notice when the sun goes down, right, it's communicating to our psyche, to our physical body, our mental mind as well, that it's time to wind down. It's getting to nighttime, so your body starts working slower. Your metabolism, your digestive system, all of it starts working slower and slower and slower. And that is why it's important to not eat before you go to bed, so that way the food is just not sitting on you and it makes it hard to digest. You have bad dreams, hazy dreams, all these kinds of things. It's not good for you, right? And when you wake up in the morning as well, you shouldn't eat. I think the first thing you should do, if you're hungry and you feel like you should eat, I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm not a health director. This is just health advice, right? So I'm gonna put the disclaimer, consult your physicians, your doctors, or what may it be that you feel trusted in good hands. But anyway, when you wake up, I feel like the first thing you should do, for one, is go out in the sun, go outside, get some fresh air, right? Sit in nature, recharge yourself, recharge your mind. Or if you don't have the leisure to go outside to a nice, quiet, beautiful environment, the least you can do for yourself is put your mind and focus your mental mind on something that is positive, right? That'll keep you feeling good, because once you wake up and let us backtrack a little bit. So see, when we're going to bed, right, and we having dreams and these kinds of things, sometimes it's hard for us to let go of the energy that we've been experiencing in the day. Your mind's still thinking about everything you process in the day, so your mind doesn't really get a break when you go to sleep. You think that it does, but it doesn't. So it's good to charge your mental mind before you go to bed, right? To clear your mind, release the energy of the day, center and ground yourself. If you have to, put your phone away. If you have to, stop the video games. If you have to tell the folks around you that you need some time for yourself, maybe go outside before you go to bed, like catch the nice the moonlight, or whatever it is you have access to, the fresh air, whatever will ground you. Maybe put on a meditation, play your sound bowl, do whatever you can, sage, whatever you can to get the energy of the day off of you and clear yourself. You should feel grounded when you're going to bed, and that will help your mind be at ease when you go to sleep, and you will get a better night's rest. You'll remember your dreams. Again, don't stress your body with heavy foods before you go to bed. And right before you go to bed, you shouldn't be eating, maybe a light snack like a banana or an apple if you're hungry or something. But yeah, that'll keep you feeling good when you wake up. And when you wake up, you want to repeat the same process, right? You want to start your day off. This is a way to start your day off by maybe smiling, right? Smiling, feeling good in your body, feeling good that you're alive. Think of some things that you're grateful for. Get the sun, because the sun is good, right? And then you can meditate if you want to, or take a walk, take a bike ride, a hike, whatever you do, exercise, whatever it is. Before you do any like heavy activity or really get into your day, if you're not going to eat a meal, you could drink like a smoothie, or you can eat a salad, something light for your body, right? And as your body is like processing the sun's energy and all of those things, again, you're charging all of your bodies, right? You're charging your physical body, right? You're giving it something light to start the day with, instead of starting off the day sluggish with a heavy meal, right? You're charging your mental body. Your mental mind is clear, right? Because you're meditating, you're focusing on positive things, and then you're charging your energetical body as well. That's before the mental body. I'm sorry, I apologize. We're going really fast here. I'm excited, passionate about this. But yeah, like, I hope you guys get the gist, man. It's really simple. It's just to say and understand, like, don't neglect yourself. Take care of yourself, because you are your best ally, right? So that, like, this information that I'm giving to you right here, this is wisdom. This is earth wisdom. This is ancient wisdom that our ancestors knew to practice. That's how they keep themselves well. And you'll see the yogis in Tibet, the yogis in India, right? They're so kept up with. They're 100 and they look 30, they look 40, because they're not just prioritizing one body. They prioritize all of their bodies, and they keep their mind focused on positive things. As they keep their minds focused on positive things, and they don't dwell on a lot of the surface level things that we tend to dwell on in the Western world, that is why their health is always at a stable place. So it's not coincidence, but it's actually just a matter of habits and practice. So it's something that, again, you have to build. You have to build that discipline, especially if it's not something that you're used to. But just practice it, and as you practice it, I promise you, you'll feel good. So if you're practicing like any of these steps in a way where, again, it doesn't have to be so extreme. You don't have to be so militant with it. If you can, it'll benefit you. But the least you could do, again, is stop focusing on drama, stop focusing on stress. Give your mind some mental peace in the best way you know how. Eat good. You should get yourself on a nice eating schedule. Again, keeping in mind before bed and early in the morning. Those are 2 important times of the day when your body's getting adjusted to the day. And for your energetical body, breath work works. If you could find a nice breath routine, or sound vibrations. If you got a sound bowl, you go on YouTube, like put on some nice vibrations that'll charge your spirit. So without further ado, that is how you can practice the essence of yoga, uniting with yourself. That is how you can keep yourself nice and strong throughout your existence. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Peace.